Get the most insightful analysis on everything football every week. My name is Ayomide Sotubo, and this is the Nutmeg. One of the biggest GuardianTV games in the history of the Premier League takes center stage this weekend as Manchester City will host Liverpool at the Etihad. Here's our preview of the game. My name is Ayomide Sotubo, and this is the Nutmeg on GuardianTV. Right, so Banjo Tomiwa makes a return to the Nutmeg, and this time he'll be talking about his team, Liverpool. Great to have you on the show.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Glad to be here once again.
Why won't it be a pleasure? It's Liverpool at the top. That's incredible. What a story of both sides in this season.
Well, I really believe Manchester City have not really had, the kind of title defense they would have wanted. I remember the reverse fixture, the fact that if Liverpool had won that game, they would have gone 10 points ahead of Manchester City. If Manchester City had also won that game, it would have been 4 points as well. But, the game ended 2-0 at Anfield in favour of Liverpool. And at this point in time, Liverpool are now currently in first, point clear of Manchester City. So it means that a lot is at stake at this point in time. There are also points as well ahead of Arsenal in second. And you also have to factor in the kind of injury problems Arsenal have at this point in time. So I just believe that Liverpool will be their challengers or competitors, their biggest competitors rather, if they are not going to be winning the Premier League. But this game against Manchester City, take a look at the head-to-head record, 16 wins for Liverpool, 10 wins for Manchester City, 14 draws as well in between. And the last time Manchester City also won this game at Etihad was back in November 2023.
Incredible.
So it's very, very incredible, and a lot is at stake in this particular game every day.
And you look at City, there's been a lot of short-lived renaissances, if you like. Let me put it that way. And maybe this one that happened at the weekend is just another one. Or do you think they are the real deal now? I mean, they made some additions in the summer as well. Oma Mamuche, we're going to talk about him too.
Well, Manchester City spent, I think, close to £180 million in the summer, bringing in Nico Gonzalez, Oma Mamuche, Abdulkadir Kusano, who is the first Uzbekistan player I know, and Victor Reyes as well. And even against Newcastle last week, Oma Mamuche got a hat-trick, and that was his first Premier League start, for Manchester City at the 8th year where he got the hat-trick. And apart from that, Nico Gonzalez as well has also shown the tough cookie that he is playing against Newcastle. I feel was really, really important in that particular win. But apart from that, I think there is some form of renaissance. I remember this reverse fixture still as well. Manchester City were on a beating record of 7 consecutive games, but the same cannot be said at this point. Now, although you also factor in the defeat to Real Madrid at the Etihad Stadium, but I mean that was just pure calculation. I don't think you have to give too much into it. But this particular game, both teams played in midweek. Manchester City played against Real Madrid. Liverpool as well also played against Aston Villa. By the way, that game against Aston Villa would have been, on the weekend of the 16th of March, if not for the Carabao Cup final. So obviously, these two teams will be impacted by playing in midweek, and it just looks like, it's going to also be the round 26 of the Premier League game. So, the intensity is stepping in. Players are getting tired. We are seeing tired legs. So, I just feel like this game is going to be there for both teams to win.
But who takes it? Who takes it? All 3 points, or maybe they share the spoils?
Football is just like a biscuit; they can crack it.
I know. I'm asking. I'm asking who takes it. Who do you reckon takes it?
I believe it's going to end in a draw. I believe it's going to end in a draw.
I mean, we've seen a lot of entertaining draws in this one. Now let's talk about players that could make it really entertaining. Oma Mamuche, as you mentioned, got a hat-trick, got off the mark for Manchester City after a couple of games playing in the City's color, in the colors of City, I beg your pardon, right? And Oma Mamuche is a sensation coming from the German Bundesliga, but do you see him drawing any sort of comparison to Mohamed Salah?
Well, obviously, the both of them are Egyptians, and even the Egypt national team, apart from the Egypt national team as well, the official X page of CAF made mention of him as being the Prince of Egypt, while Mohamed Salah is the King of Egypt. Yeah. So obviously, the comparisons will be there. But for Oma Mamuche, coming in for Eintracht Frankfurt, he has been tremendous for Eintracht Frankfurt over the course of this season, making his dream move as well to Manchester City, earning a pay rise, significant pay rise, by the way. Is earning times 3 of what he earned at Eintracht Frankfurt at the moment. And, you know, he also showed what he's capable of doing. Scoring a hat-trick against Newcastle is no easy feat. But I really believe that, you know, he's going to be having it tough this time around against Liverpool.
I mean, we've seen him struggle in some of the games.
Big
Real
games,
Madrid
exactly.
against Arsenal. So we'll see how this, especially with Mohamed Salah, 23 goals in the Premier League already.
Exactly.
We'll see how this pans out. Thank you very much for watching this edition of the Nutmeg. You can be part of the community by tapping the notification bells to get all our latest content, as well as subscribing to our YouTube channel. Also, you could follow us on social media. We're at Guardian Nigeria across all platforms. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure.
Banjo, Tomiwa, for being here.
Hopefully, when I come back again, Liverpool would be 21 points ahead of Manchester City.
And we'll see if they can also match towards the title.
Let's just see.
It's been an interesting time to race, by the way. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.